Tonight, Nashville and Chicago are the late-breaking airports dealing with delays due to a shortage of controllers. The FAA warning that Philadelphia, Indianapolis, Albuquerque, Dallas, Houston, and Boston could also be affected, all fueling concern that what happened in Burbank could soon spread.
Everything in the tower is closed. You have to call the 800 line.
With no controllers in the tower, pilots had to call San Diego controllers as delays quickly grew.
I wouldn't want to come to work if I'm not getting paid either, truthfully.
Controller shortages have also caused delays at Newark, Denver, and Phoenix. Controllers are expected to work without pay for now, even as they're already working mandatory overtime to make up for too few controllers. The FAA and union suggest stress may be a contributing factor.
They've got houses, mortgages, car payments. They have to put food on the table. They're concerned they may not get a paycheck. Right.
So far, controllers have not missed a paycheck. One controller tells NBC News the sick calls will start coming in because some controllers have to work a second job to bring money in. Does the union have any plans at all to organize some sort of a sick out across the entire union?
Absolutely not. We are going to show up to work again to serve the American people. We don't control the government opening or the government shutting down, and we sure don't control the government ending it.
While controllers are not furloughed, the president today suggested government workers who are may not receive back pay.
For the most part, we're going to take care of our people. There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way.
All right, with that, Tom joins us now live from Reagan Airport. Tom, remind our viewers, there's a law meant to protect furloughed workers in this exact situation.
Yeah, that's right. A 2019 law requires back pay for furloughed government employees. By the way, it's also illegal for air traffic controllers to go on strike. So we're going to be watching very closely. If they start missing paychecks, will those sick calls increase, and therefore could the delays increase?
So in a general sense, we're 1 week into a government shutdown. And furlough, for those of y'all that may not be familiar that's watching this show, is basically you just continue to work your job, but you're going without a paycheck. And then once the federal government opens back up, you'll then get all of that back pay back. But you got people like TSA that's saying that they want to call off delays at the airport, air traffic controllers who already were overworked. I'm not sure if that's a profession that people should be trying to get into, but we welcome Carrie on to the show also. But the whole idea is that the government is being shut down. I largely believe that the Democrats is holding off because they want to continue to get illegal healthcare for illegal migrants, which helps different states like California and stuff like that. But what are y'all thoughts in general on this government shutdown, if any?
I mean, needless to say, this whole air traffic controller TSA thing really affects me a lot. You know, I can't even be mad that people don't want to do their jobs if they're not being paid. There was already an air traffic controller shortage, and there's a lot of incidents that happen on a regular basis that don't show up in the news. So this makes me nervous. I don't, you know, obviously they're not going to plan a sick out, but I mean, because that's probably against their contract, I'm sure. But what are you going to do? Say that they're not sick? So, I mean, I think it's going to be a show of solidarity. More are going to be calling in sick, and it's just going to get dangerous in the sky.
Any other thoughts on the government shutdown? Y'all don't care? It's not bothering y'all?
Well, I was actually talking about this the other day. It doesn't affect me personally, but I do empathize with the people it does affect. And I have worked a job where it was government funded. So if they don't fund it, you are not working. It's just that simple. But it's just funny to me because it's really the Democrats is the reason why things are shut down right now, but people are still blaming Trump. And I just find that interesting. It's like no matter what, you know, he's not, you know, he don't have anything to do with it. We're still blaming Trump.
I think that I don't know if it was like this when y'all was going to school, But when we was going to school, we had a civics class. And that civics class taught us the fundamentals of government and all of this stuff. And I
Civics
almost
book was
think that
pink
a
and
lot of
teal.
people don't really care until it starts to affect them and it directly, happens on a doorstep. I almost believe that we need to bring back certain classes and we need to get rid of other classes when it comes to the curriculums that we have inside of our school systems. I don't think that most people even understand how the government work. Like, for example, I've seen people talking and saying stuff like, well, the Republicans control all three branches of government. Yeah, well, you still need 60 votes, right? So, in order to keep the government funded. And so, I think one of the problems within our culture and our community outside of the government shutdown is that people truly don't even understand how the government works. They don't even know what the vice president does. I was looking at a video where Kamala Harris was cursing on stage in order to sell her book. I don't know if y'all seen that.
I missed it. I meant to watch it.
Y'all haven't seen it?
I
All
saw
right,
it.
let me find it
Please
for y'all.
please don't play it.
No,
Just it's
Sunny, what is
comedy. It has
wrong?
to be.
And it's just a little part where she really just kind of goes rogue.
Yeah.
Man.
But I see a lot of stuff happening and stuff, and I don't see people truly understanding how certain things work. And so I think that that more or less also affects the decision making, the vote, and to hold their politicians accountable and all of that stuff. I see what's happening over in Chicago, and people will get mad at the ICE agents, but they won't get mad at the administration that literally allowed for them to dump all of those illegal migrants inside of the black communities. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they dump them in y'all communities, but y'all don't even hold the people accountable that continue to fund it. I see, Chicago's budget and the schools is down $734 million. They begging the federal government. I seen Brandon Johnson capping this morning in his press conference, right? I see the actual city budget is down $1.2 billion. They down police officers, and they asking the police department to cut $100 million, $90 million. And it's like, how do y'all not care? How do people not care about the government? How do people not care about politics? I don't know, man. I think it's a bigger cultural issue. We'll watch Love is Blind, but we don't know shit about what happens in our own communities and politics. And it's pretty interesting to me. So
It's not
I think
entertaining.
that's a, yeah,
do
that's
y'all
a
think
part of
that
the
black
government.
people have to be entertained in order for them to be interested in something?
That's all we ever get into hardly is entertainment industry. hmm
Largely, yes. And I also feel like a lot of it comes from believing that you don't have power. So it doesn't matter, no matter what you see or think or do, things are just going to work out the way they're going to work out with your participation or not. So people just don't want to be involved.
It depends on what you invest in, but everybody, in a way, politics, it lingers around everything. It's you walking down the street and getting robbed. That's all in the algorithm of politics eventually because it's all statistics. So any little thing does affect you, but people just they don't care enough if it's not in their backyard. And this largely affects us. Like I don't want to be in the air and worried about traffic control not being taken care of because of a government shutdown.
Some people say Anton is obsessed with the word culture. No, I use that. I use the word culture because I think it's very important to describe what we're dealing with. I don't think that all black people or all white people, but I'm gonna say black people in particular in this instance. I don't think that all black people are like that. I know so many. Personally, I know more black people in real life that are upstanding citizens that know how to communicate effectively, that are educated, that have good relationships, that have good friend groups. But I think that it's a culture that embarrasses that then yields the whole black fatigue or toxicity or broken schools or low voter turnout rates. I don't think that it's black people. I believe that it is the culture. I think it's the culture that's toxic. And that's unfortunate. And so, yeah, I'm gonna continue to use the word because I think that more accurately describes what the issues are across social media and in the communities. I think it's the culture. We got no snitching culture. We got, it's cool. Hey, be a single mother culture. Not that you just found yourself in a situation where you got divorced or you had a kid or whatever and you didn't know, but no, it's advertised. It's celebrated. That's cultural. That is 100% cultural.
I thought about you the other day, pause, when I snitched. I said Anton would do the same thing.
What did you snitch on, Q Diddy?
Nigga, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This car like hit this dude, and then like she almost hit me trying to like get away, and she just drove off. It was the most confusing thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, what just happened? And I was like, let me call the police.
That is not snitching.
Yep. And I got her license plate. I got a photographic memory.
That's not
snitching.
You're
Charlie
not a
Alpha
criminal.
Delta 752.
You're not a criminal. You're not a criminal, so you can't be a snitch.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
I found it interesting that I think it was Senator John Kennedy. He said that if you look at the things that they were fighting over in the budget or whatever, they were talking about things that sounded a little bit like money laundering. They were saying that they were going to spend money on circumcisions in Zimbabwe or something like that. And
Yeah.
that took me down a rabbit hole I didn't want to go down. So
Circumcision. So you was looking
why
at
is that being argued about?
you was looking at BBCs?
Dear Christ.
What? When people say take me down a rabbit hole.
Man, side note, man, you probably want to do a little countdown on the Anton Daniels show, man. We probably gonna get it during tonight.
I'm not focused.
2,000 away.
I'm not focused on that. I'm not focused on that at all. It's actually less than 1,000 away, but I ain't tripping off it. I'm not tripping off of it at all. It's not even a big deal. Any other thoughts on this whole government shutdown? If y'all think it's going to affect us, or if it's anything that bothers you about it, or if we just
why now? Like, I feel like this has been like a last like I ain't blaming on Trump, but I feel like this is some Trump shit. Like, I feel like before him shit wasn't getting shut down. Like, I don't remember the last time before he's been running for office that they shut. Like, they'll be like, the government's going to be shut down tomorrow, and then they'll approve, and then it's fine. Like, that's what I remember. I never actually remember it happening.
I don't think. Yeah, it's been the government always gets shut down.
I remember it shut down.
It just happened a couple years ago.
It happened every year.
I literally said the last 16, so that encompasses 2 years ago.
You said the last 16 years?
The last since he's been running for, I feel like this is
I got
12. Yeah, I feel like there's some Trump stuff. Like before that 12-year period, I don't like how often was the government shut down for over like a day? I don't remember happening that much. And it don't happen all the time. I think it's happened for like maybe 10 times in the last 40 years.
Last time it was like a month long.
I'm talking about.
I was gonna say I thought it was longer than a day.
It was long.
It was within the last 12 years when Trump was in this political
It was like
space.
2018, 2019.
Why aren't y'all understanding?
What is it that we need to understand? I'm sorry, Q.
I'm the time frame that I'm saying that at which this did not happen was previous to Trump running for office.
Like, it happens on and off. They just raised the debt ceiling to stop it, but at some point you got to address the issue. Right now it's Chuck Schumer. It just is what it is.
Somebody said Obama shut it down past Obamacare.
That's the issue with what's going on right now too. Obamacare.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why they got it shut down is because they want to extend the Obamacare tax credit. So,
how many days was that?
And I did a bet with my friends to see how shutdown's gonna be.
How long do y'all think?
We got money.
Go ahead, Molly. I'm sorry.
Well, when people argue for like socialism and stuff like that, it's kind of what you asking for. You want the government to have this much control over everything. When they go through it, you see people who can't work. They talk about they can't feed their families. So I don't know.
Yeah.
People need to start really waking up to how this political system is working, how these Democrats is moving. So that was it.
Yeah, I think that we've just become so normal to it, to government shutdowns, that we don't even really make a big deal out of it anymore. It's just become a part of our normal every year. I don't think we don't expect it. I think that's just normal. Like nobody blinks an eye, nobody's tripping about it. Unless you got a family member that's on furlough or something like that, ain't nobody tripping. And even then, they know that they're gonna get their money back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think nobody cares like that.
get it back. That's not to say that you have it now to pay all your bills. Like, we've said before, people are one paycheck away from the street.
But when
Yeah,
So
you
but at
work
this
like that,
point,
you
though,
got to
Kim,
plan for that though, because it's
yeah,
always you don't know if it doesn't go through, you know you're not going to have a job. And if you know you work a job that's funded like that, you should prepare for it. Like I was in situations where I always made sure I just never was too attached to that job because at any point we might not get funding.
right, but it's easy to
yeah.
say prepare for it. But these people are making what, $55,000
Oh,
and have
okay.
rent. Like, what do you want them to do?
Well, I
No,
think like I'm listening to y'all on the panel or some people on the panel. I'm reading the chat and y'all aren't right. People say government gets shut down all the time. I said, how many times has the government been shut down 2 days or more over the last 40 years? And it's only been 10 times. Shut
what do
down
you mean?
being funding gaps. It's only happened 10 times. They've only had a funding gap 10 times over the last 40 years for 2 days or more. And this not even a full government shutdown. A full government shutdown, you furloughing people.
Let me ask you. Okay, so hold on, wait. Ask a different question. How many times has the government been shut down over the last 10 years?
Oh, I don't
It's
care about 10
40
years.
years don't really don't mean
Well,
anything because
I'm
none of
just
us.
saying the last 10 years is I don't know. I'll blame it on the whole divisiveness and Trump and all them. Like, I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
if
but again, if
he's
the
good.
government,
He's good for the economy, but that motherfucker is divisive as fuck.
if the government has shut down more than 50% of the time over the last 10 years, let's go further than that. Over the last 16, 17 years,
Yeah.
because Democrats have controlled the presidency outside of Trump, right? Because Trump has only been president for about 4.5 years total over the last 16 years. How
Mhm.
many times has it shut down over the last 16, 17 years?
It was shut down for 3 days in 86. It was shut down for 3 days in 90. It was shut down for 21 days, 95 and 96. It was shut
No,
down
no,
for
no. Last
16
16 years. 17, 16, 17 years.
twice. Obama and then Trump. That's it.
Okay. So it hadn't shut down at all during the Biden administration?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Let me do my research.
Well, we were going through COVID too, kind of. So,
Yeah, that shit don't count. Everybody
How
was
long
but
funded.
ago?
nobody really noticed unless
Everybody
it's
was
like
getting free money.
affecting.
They wasn't gonna shut that
You're
shit
wrong,
down.
Quentin.
That shit was overly funded.
Quentin, you're wrong.
What? When? What? Like 2 hours or something? like 30 minutes or something. I'll get mine is 2 days or longer. Like if that motherfucker shut down, like nigga, if it was shut down for a day, who fucking cares?
Well, a shutdown is a shutdown. It's their
No,
inability to be able
nigga,
to
you
do their
don't feel
job.
no shutdown for a day, my nigga.
None of us feels a shutdown at
Nigga,
all.
nobody feels a shutdown. Nigga, that's a day off of work. Nigga, fuck you ain't coming in today. What you mean?
You start feeling a shutdown when you don't get your money.
For a day?
It makes a
Nigga,
difference.
what do you mean you don't get your money for a day? They like
This stuff adds up.
one single day. The government shutdown was one single day.
Just saying. I'm not trying to work for free for not a single day, not half a day, not an hour out of a day.
So, anyways, I don't know. I just think that I don't know, man. I don't know
Well,
how
that's
you
not
can
my point.
solve it.
I was just talking to the chat because everybody was saying it gets shut down all the time when that's not the case.
I don't know how I don't know, man. It's just that their inability to do their job and for this to be a thing almost every single because even when it don't shut down, it goes down to the
It's a
last
fight.
minute.
Facts.
Yeah, and then
That
it
shit a lot. It'd be like they push the button right before it shut down.
because even when it don't shut down, it's just a temporary resolution. It's not even they actually came up with a 13 times during the Biden administration, they extended it for a temporary resolution instead of actually getting a real bill done for them to fund the federal government and for them to be able to actually operate without any of this scare tactic bullshit every single time. So that's a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? It's pure incompetence, bro. It's pure incompetence. And the stuff that they fighting for is so dumb to me.